Can you see the target? Fun experiment we conducted using 4 different sighting systems, coming up next on GBGuns. So on a rather cold and wet day, we headed out to the woods to run some drills and experiment running irons against red dot against fixed magnified optic versus a variable power magnified optic. We ran a simple drill with targets from 10 yards out to about 50 yards. 5 total targets. Myself, BugundyBomber, and Matty AR all gave each platform a try. Wanted to see which was quickest for us for transitioning at this close range target to target in different positions and see really what works best. To keep things fair between the variable and the fixed power, we put the variable at 3.5 power, which is what the Crimson Trace optic is at. So we've got Ultradyne irons, a SIG Romeo 4, the Crimson Trace 1100, and a Nikon Force 1000. I apologize in advance for the noise and the video quality. The camera didn't like the cold, wet, and it was certainly raining, so there's a lot of background noise on there. Just gonna have to bear with it and see how each of the 3 of us with 3 different levels of skill and experience ran through the drills using these different platforms and what our takes were on it. Should be fun.
Fixed power was my favorite of the 4 different sights that we tried out today. Partially because of the gun, actually, because it's shorter. I'm not used to doing drills like we did today. This was probably the first time I've ever done anything pivoting and getting on target, especially multiple times, different distances, different types of targets. So everything was very new to me, and I found that this particular sight was easier for me to get onto each individual target. It was very clear to see when I got onto the target, and it just worked really well for me.
My favorite sight was the SIG Romeo 4 red dot. For me, it was just easier transition from target to target, clear line of sight, and personally, the red dot allows me to easily get on target.
For me, it was the iron sights. It's possibly maybe because I'm old school Army and that's what I learned on, but I just like the expanded field of view when transitioning target to target. I wasn't as confident in my shots with irons as I was with some of the other optics, certainly not the magnified stuff, but I could move target to target and still see the area around my target and find my target quicker with the iron sights. So what did we learn running these drills? They were all unrehearsed. What you saw was first run for everybody running through things. Sure, of course, training and experience with a certain particular rifle or platform or combination makes a difference. But what I wanted to see was just raw between 3 different shooters of 3 different levels of experience and preferences and body size, etc. Which of these would be best? And you might notice if you go back through and look that we were almost all quicker with 1 or 2 of the 4 setups, and yet not always was our quickest setup our favorite out of the bunch. And that's because, well, really it comes down to shooter comfort and shooter preference. And what we confirmed is kind of what I've always thought, and that is between irons, red dot, a fixed magnified, a variable magnified, really what it comes down to is your personal preference. Your friends or the guy at the range or the guy at the gun store might tell you that one thing is the best over another, but really it's just going to take experience and giving things a try before you know what you like best. Tacticatty has her opinion as always, but yeah, it really doesn't matter what people tell you. What you like best and what works best for you is totally a personal preference. Of course, each of these systems has a set advantage and disadvantage when compared to others, but for running these drills, which we're at realistic fighting distance, in my opinion, I don't see many of us needing to fight with a rifle at any distance further than that and still doing well in court. So if you're looking for defensive purposes, I think these drills counted, and it was just an interesting experience to see 3 different shooters, 4 different sight systems, what we were quickest with and what we preferred. I really do encourage you to go back and take a look and see who was fastest with what and how that related to what their favorite was. Hope you enjoyed this and learned something. Thanks for watching.